Welcome to SPACETUNE podcast, where you space out, we tune you in. We have a special guest today, and it's Josh Sanchez.
From a bunch of fucking rap rips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Round of applause for him.
Does the clapping make it like clip?
Nah, it's fine.
They'll handle it.
For sure.
They'll handle it.
Yeah, so you're... How many bands are you in? Just the Impressions and Kurupi?
Yeah, basically.
Damn. Were you in any before?
No. I mean, like, Kurupi's kind of been, like, a thing for a while. Like, it was, like, me and my friend Eddie, like, we've been wanting to do that since middle school.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been, like, the main thing, you know?
That's sick.
Yeah. Sorry, go on?
No, what's up?
Oh, no, it's just, it's just that Impressions was going to be just, like, a small side project for, like, 2 shows, and then it became, like, a thing.
Damn.
So, yeah. Like, it was just, like, let's try and do, like, jazz instrumentals and rap over it. And then people were like, that's kind of cool. And
That's like Kurupi and the Impressions, from, like, what I've heard, you guys are, the most original.
Thank
like,
you.
Oh, yeah,
it's, like,
sure.
the most original music I've ever heard, like, out here.
The
sure.
Kurupi album.
Like, when we
so
first
much.
saw you guys in October, when you played at our show,
Yeah.
I was telling Mark, it was like, they kind of sound like the B-52s in rap, if they just kind of...
Yeah, no.
And I was like, that's so fucking
Me
cool,
and
because the
Evan looked at each
B-52s
other.
have, like, such a unique style.
Dude,
and to have, like...
you mentioning B-52s. Eddie loved
yeah.
B-52s.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, we're like, oh, shit, they're like the B-52s!
It was so hella cool. Like, all your synths kind of sounded like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was freaking
It's
out.
like old 80s. It had this...
Oh, I love
Definitely, it's like a lot of
80s
like
vibe.
inspired from like a lot of new wave stuff. Like a lot of the modern stuff we're doing now.
Yeah.
Or not modern stuff. I mean, just like the stuff we're doing now compared to like the album that we did. But yeah, I guess we're going in that direction of a lot of new wave stuff. And when Eddie hears like the B-52s thing, he's gonna like flip out. 'Cause, like, he's got like 2-3 albums by then.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm lying. I could be lying. But yeah.
They're awesome.
Oh yeah, they're sick. I've only listened to that one. I think it's like the self-titled one, like the yellow cover.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that's the Rock Lobster one, and they got like dances
yeah.
mess around and shit. That's a good album.
Yeah, it really is.
It's
Hella
dancey.
cool. Hella cool.
You did amazing at your show, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I was just saying, I was just gonna say we had a show January 5th
Yeah.
at the Phoenix Theater in Petaluma, and it went hella nice.
yeah, it was, man, like,
Yeah.
so,
Good input, Bernardo. Good input.
No, like, yeah, hella people showed up. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
so cool.
yeah, you guys brought a lot
A
of people
lot
from
of people
Sonoma.
showed up. That was so fun.
That, like, tripped me out, because, like, I don't know, like, a lot of people from Santa Rosa didn't really come to the show, which, like, because we've done a lot of shows in Santa Rosa, so people coming down to Petaluma, it's, like, people don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And I thought it was, like, hella cool how you guys ended up bringing, like, a lot of the Sonoma crowd and stuff. And, what I was going to say was, like, the first show we did in Sonoma, I was kind of, like, a little nervous when we played, because I remember, like, I was, like, hella reserved and, like, didn't know how to interact with people, like, at the show and, like, trying to be nice. And then, like, I was like, okay, so I'm, like, dressed up as Arthur right now, like, shaking people's hands, and then I'm gonna, like, we're gonna play, and I'm gonna go to the back room and then, like, take off my shirt and pants and then run on stage and scream. And I'm like, this could go one of 2 ways. This could go really poorly. And I was, like, nervous the entire time, but I'm like, if I look stupid, I look stupid. It is what it is.
It's funny because when I told my mom, I was like, oh yeah, we're having Josh, from Kurupi over, and she's like, oh, the kid in his underwear? I was like, yeah, that kid. We're having that kid on.
It was supposed to be like the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that vibe came across. Like, I don't know if because I used to have long hair when, like, in middle school and like late elementary school, and I just didn't know how long hair worked. Like, I wanted like a Justin Bieber cut, I guess, or like an emo haircut, but it just like went down to my shoulders, and I looked like the kid from the Jungle Book. So it was just kind of like a joke for like a long time. And so, like, I was like been meaning to dress up for him like 6 years now, but I finally did it.
It's hella fun.
Didn't you say something about that in your new song?
In
Pomboro?
Bombero? Did I? I don't think I said
Or
it.
I don't know, one of your songs.
Damn,
You
fake
s-
fan.
What? It was with
Oh.
Impressions.
Maybe you're thinking about Forehead.
I don't know. You said you were like a jungle boy or something.
Yeah, I go like, because I say it's that jungle boy yatere, and I said it.
Yeah.
I say that in a forehead song. That was more just because like,
Alright.
yeah, not exactly Moogly, but yeah, that's cool that you caught
I
that.
caught that. And I thought that was funny. I was like, hey.
I mean, like a lot of my close friends, like they like I've been called Jungle Boy a lot because of my old haircut, and also like I'm from South America, and it's like a lot of jungle there.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just like referred as like the Jungle Boy of the group. So yeah, it was kind of like pulling from that. But yeah, that's cool that you caught that. I'm kind of like nervous sometimes, so I feel like when I'm on stage like yelling, no one understands what I'm saying. It just sounds like I'm rapping. Like,
Dude, they didn't turn your fucking mic up as loud. as other
yeah,
people.
I mean, I told them to turn me down compared to the rest of them because I'm louder than the rest of them. That's not a diss or anything to them. It's just I yell a lot when I rap or
Yeah.
just like do anything in the mic. And but yeah, I guess that could have been fixed. But you know,
Yeah.
shit always happens.
I mean, Davi's mic was low too.
Davi's mic
Yeah.
was so
Yeah.
low.
I
Why
felt
is it?
bad.
Why is it always low?
Yeah.
She's kind of quiet to begin with,
Mhm.
but she was singing. She was
Yeah.
actually singing that
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
and they didn't have her mic.
Yeah.
I felt
Whatever.
both Remy and Davi's mics were a little quiet.
Yeah.
Especially Davi's though.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're the same volume, but Davi's quieter than Remy.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to yell like the lyrics, and when I was yelling over them, like the Violent Femme song, and then like the Britney Spears cover, I was yelling over them, and I felt like I was like, oh, I gotta quiet down. I felt kind of bad. It was the sound check was a little
It was kind of
rough. Yeah. It was a little rushed. We can cut this out of the podcast. I don't want to shit talk.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you not want them to?
Huh?
Do you not want the Phoenix to know?
I mean, well, it's been worse in the past, but like,
No.
cause like. A lot of times I've played shows at the Phoenix, they don't pay for a sound guy because it's like the people that are running the show, they choose not to pay for a sound guy. And poor Tom, I don't know if you guys know who Tom is. He's like the owner of the Phoenix.
Uh-huh.
He's like he's hella cool, but he I feel so bad for him because like I've played shows where he's just like on like the sound check like thing, like he's like messing with the soundboard, and he like I can see he clearly doesn't know what he's doing, and he'll like raise something up, and he'll be like, and he'll like bring it down, and I'm like, someone please help Tom out. Yeah, he's a sweet man though. I love him.
My homie Tom.
Yeah.
So how did you deal with like going up in stage like for the first time, like a few times?
Okay, well, the first time was like it was a complete shit show. Like
Yeah.
that was.
Damn.
I'm gonna shit talk anyways. Like I've like tried avoiding shit talking, but or not like shit talking.
Talk that shit, boy.
When we played the first time, I felt bad for this guy. But when we first tried doing our first iteration of Kurupi, we tried getting a singer. But so it was like a guy that was like my friend's guitar class, and he's like, "Hey, I sing," and I'm like, "Dude, we're looking for a singer." And so like we like got him on board, and I like wrote really edgy lyrics. It was like sophomore year. I was like off like Dead Kennedys and type of shit like that.
Oh damn.
So I was like, oh, let's write some political shit. But like, I wasn't even really invested in politics, so it was like all bullshit that was coming out. Like it was like trying to be deep, but not
okay.
deep. It was like
Yeah.
absolute trash. But anyways, that's in the past now. But we needed a singer, and he was like, oh yeah, I can sing for you guys. And I'm like, for sure, let's practice. And then he got chicken pox. And so then he was just like, so he was out for like because we were doing Battle of the Bands at the high school. And so we were like, we were like stressing out, and it was like a week before Battle of the Bands in the high school, and he just kind of showed back up in school. He's like, hey, I'm back. And I'm like, okay, well, here's like 3 songs you need to learn, and let's try practicing singing it. So we practiced once. We didn't have a mic because it was like our first band. We didn't really like know how things work. You're like, oh, you just sing. So he was just kind of like in the corner holding a piece of paper with my like really shitty handwriting, trying to like decipher it, like singing to himself. And I'm like, we got this. And so the day of the show comes, and like we play, and the first song's like an instrumental song, so he's just kind of on stage, and like people are feeling it, and that's like cool. But then like he sings, and when he opens his mouth, he didn't sing it the way I intended it to, but he also like, because it was only one practice, it was super rushed, he doesn't really know what the songs are like, and so it was like really off pitch, and like trying to figure out like where to fit in. And there's like a really sad video online that someone took, and there's a video of like me, and I'm like playing guitar the first time on stage. I'm a little stiff, but I'm having fun, and then he opens his mouth, and I give like a really like shocked look, like I like press my head back like that, and it's just like yeah, I felt really bad for the kid.
Dude, that's why you have to practice with a PA.
Oh,
we barely fucking got ours.
No, yeah, we got our PA like fucking 4 months ago. We've been playing for like 3 years, so I was just like, that's why like I'm so loud when I perform, because like we didn't have PA, so I just like try and yell over the music. But
Fucking hard to yell over drums, I'll tell you that.
oh yeah, no, definitely. I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna sit this next one out. Like, but yeah, no, PA is hella expensive, but it's like important. Like if you're playing like any sort of live band stuff.
Yeah.
Like definitely. But yeah, it was just like that was like my first time playing live, and a lot of people were like, oh, they were, and also like the first time people heard the band because I did it over the morning announcements, like today is Kurupi, and then there was like a kid next to me was like, sounds like some weeb shit, and he like moved on, and I was like, fuck.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and I was like, this is a good way to start.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I was like, just made a noise and moved on. But yeah, so it was like a bit of a rough show, but then like. Our second show was like it was a house show that we threw at my friend Eddie's house, and that one like the turnout was really good.
Damn.
It was it was us and like 2 other bands. It was James's band. I don't know. He has a band that he called Over the Fence, and it's like a punk band. It's like true and true punk, like just and then there was another punk band that played called the Goochers, and they were like yeah, they were hella cool. They were around for a while. Now they're like off in college and doing their own thing.
Damn.
But like yeah, they were like older than us, so it was really cool because like we were like because they knew us from when we like volunteered for Battle of the Bands, so we're like, hey, do you want to play house show? And then they're like, yeah, and they like brought their they brought their ramps and shit, and they like since they're like the older kids, they're a little more popular in school. They brought like a big crowd, I feel like, so it was hella cool, and that was just like a really good show. Yeah, and after that, I've been nervous, but I've been getting better at performing live. But yeah. I feel like I get more nervous talking in front of a classroom than performing now.
Damn.
Which is really weird. It's like
Yeah.
I mean, that's
do you feel
good.
do you feel the same way?
I feel that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I have to like read off like this what is it called, the whiteboard, I'll just like shake and I'm like
Dude, every time I have to like read a book in front of the class, I can't read for that moment in time.
I go back to like a 4th grade.
Yeah, I'm like, the dog went.
and they're like,
to the-
and
I mean, you
that says
can't read in
and
general.
No, I feel the same way, man. Like I feel like I'm inept in a classroom. But
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to get on stage. Fuck. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
can't
know.
do that shit.
I mean, it's also like a different thing because it's like if you're like on the spot, like they're like, hey, read in front of the class. How often do you read out loud to people? You know, it's like
That's true.
you're not used to it. If it's like a song, you know, like I feel like you might feel this, like you practice it a lot, like it's like ingrained in, like so it's like someone could tell me to perform right now, I'd get nervous, but I know how to do it because I've done it so much now. You know, like not performing live per se, but just like playing the song, just practicing and stuff. And I feel like that's helps.
Damn.
Yep.
Holy shit. Alright, that was a better answer. Alright.
Sorry if I'm talking too much.
The lighting on stage really like gets the mood going.
Oh
too.
yeah, I felt like
Because
hot
if
shit.
it's too lit, like if
It's too lit.
Hey, it's too lit.
No,
bro.
it's too loud, but it's too lit. Sorry.
too lit is like fucking good. No, like I mean literally.
Yeah, like you're hella bright.
And when you like can see the crowd, like all of them, it kind of throws it off.
Does
and
it
you get
kill
more
it?
nervous? Yeah, it kind of kills it.
Yeah.
Because at Mikey's show at his studio,
The Sonoma one?
Yeah,
For sure.
when we played, we didn't get the lights off, and I just felt more nervous at how I could see everybody. But then when Josh got on, he was like, "Turn the lights off." We're like, "All right, cool." And it just made it because we had these like colored lights that made like 3 different
Oh,
shadows.
so
that was hella
it
cool.
shined more, huh?
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, I
It
felt
just-
like
the mood was like there.
yeah, definitely.
It was.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I asked to turn off the lights just because it was more like because the first song was very like ominous and I wanted like tension to build. So it was like that was the reason why. But damn, I didn't even really think about that. That's crazy.
I know the lighting does do something.
No,
really does.
definitely.
It definitely changes the
It
mood.
makes you look like hot shit too.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
That's
Like-
It did, and then they had the fog machine.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the
So
first band.
Cool.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, I was like, what? I was backstage and I was helping James get ready for his performance, and I'm like, oh, what's the band playing? And I look over this fucking fog machines and lights, and I was like, this is straight out of Scott Pilgrim. Like, I'm like, they were playing
And
the
they
song
played
and
this-
everything.
they played this song,
yeah,
too.
They played that one song, and I was like, holy shit, like this looks like I'm watching a movie. Like, it was crazy. But yeah, you're definitely right about that. When we do house shows, I have a friend named Nate, and he's hella cool, and he does light coordination and stuff. So like he's like been with us playing live, so he'll like he'll have like the little remote and he'll like stand and he'll like do it in time to the music,
Oh, that's
and then
so
turn off
cool.
lights in certain parts, and he has like a fog machine.
That's
He's
sick.
like hella into that, so it's like super cool.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Damn, they did a little bit at the last show.
Mm-hmm.
They knew when the punches were, and then they turned on the light. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's always a good feeling. Or like, I also noticed they would like flicker the lights like at the end for people. It was almost like a signal to clap. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool.
That was so sick. I love that show.
Yeah, that's another thing I want to say. Like, I was really happy playing with you guys, and then like Stone
thanks.
Salad, and then James, like Forehead. I'm sorry, I don't know who James is. Forehead, because it was like the vibe was like there. Like I've been to shows where it's like it feels almost cliquey, and you, like it feels like you're not a part of it, and like people like don't talk to each other, and then it feels like I'm not like you're not welcome there, and then you play your show, and then people are just kind of standing and not doing anything, and then you leave, and it's like okay, that was something.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
one
that-
after the other after the other.
Yeah.
But they don't even like.
And people just hold their Pat's Blue Ribbon and ooh, whoops, and they just like drink it, and then they just I don't know. There's like a sense of like pretentiousness, and like I feel like that show that we played at the Phoenix was like the vibe was there, everyone was enjoying it, and like that's just like one of the best feelings, like when it feels right.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be any other way.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be fun. I don't know why people like sit there and just like cross their arms and like stare.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like you're not cool. You're just fucking
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah. I liked it when Forehead told everyone to scoot in,
Yeah.
because that he was the one who just made everyone get closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
And then it kind of
And
stayed like
and
that.
Stayed, yeah, it just stayed.
Yeah, because no one knew what to do.
Yeah, everyone was just kinda like,
hey,
yeah,
this
just
is sick, but
staring.
like, I don't want to get too close.
And then there's like the lady like on fucking acid or something, and
Oh,
she was
oh my
like,
God.
yeah,
She was
killing
so
it.
funny.
Hard.
That
She
was
was
so
going
funny. You have a
hard.
video of her just being like,
That was scary. I was like,
Yeah. No, she was funny for like a good minute, and then I saw her like blow a cigarette into someone's face. I'm like, yeah, no.
Oh,
Yeah,
I did
she
not
took-
see that.
She took her fucking jewel and just
I
like
didn't see that.
she had a jewel. Oh my god.
No.
just like blew it into some
Yeah.
like short girl's face.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like,
that
oh,
was
never
Like
mind.
purposely?
I don't know.
Oh,
Was
I
she
saw
like-
her.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, she
I
was
saw
just
her
like,
do it a couple times.
I was
Oh.
like, damn.
I had
was
some
like,
friends who
oh,
were like
shit.
next to her, and like they're like saying that they're like she was like dancing sensually and like making eye contact with one of the people, and just being like, you know. And I was like, dude, like,
Damn, they lucky. What the fuck? I would have been.
but like
that was would have
That
been
was-
all over that.
no, but like Elias and Rob, or like the other rappers and like in the impressions, they're hella enjoying her dancing. I would like look while James was performing. I would look backstage, and they would like watch. They would laugh and do like Fortnite dances with her and shit. And I was like, oh my god.
Didn't she approach us towards the end of the night when we're putting the equipment in Evan's
I think so.
truck?
Yeah.
She had like bongos and.
Oh yeah, she
Oh
did.
my god, she did have bongos.
I forgot. She was just like, hey, and like, but didn't do anything. She just held bongos, like looked at us, and then like looked away. But she was like right behind us. It
Dude,
was
she should have
creepy.
got on stage. That would have been sick.
She would have
with good
stayed on
bongos.
stage and never left.
Yeah.
Just played her bongos.
I mean, she
Yeah,
knows
I
about
felt really bad because like sometimes like music, like people like you know people say serious shit in music, and there was like a song that was playing, and like you know, so one of the rappers was like saying some really heavy shit and like you know really personal shit, and then I like look over at the crowd and they're all like pointing their phones and laughing, and she's like fucking like going ham, and I was like, this is a weird atmosphere right now.
Damn.
I was like, but I'm like, you know what, like people are enjoying themselves, I guess. Like,
Damn.
That is weird, yeah.
mhm.
They got mad for mosh pitting.
Oh yeah,
Who
they
did?
They came up
some
to me.
guy.
Yeah.
Some old guy told us to not do it.
Yeah, no.
Some old guy that worked there?
I think so. I
yeah,
don't know.
they came up to me. I don't remember what he said. He's just like, it's not like that. I'm like,
Yeah, like
It's
we
a
don't
punk
do it like
show.
that here. And I was
Yeah.
like,
It's a
what?
fucking punk venue. Do you see the skate ramps?
well, no, he was okay with them moshing and them skateboarding, but I don't know. He like told me something. I couldn't hear him. I was like, okay, and like,
And he just went right into
Right
the
back-
mosh
right
pit
back
again.
Well, maybe it's.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know what the situation was.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe like it was like because there's been I've been like punched in the fucking face from mosh pit, and I'm like not down with that. Like people like throw their hands up, and I'm like, dude.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Please
Dude,
don't
I
hurt
keep
me.
my hands.
Yeah.
Well, remember there was
Yeah,
no,
those.
I keep my
hands
Yeah,
up
remember
there.
there was those guys that were going hella hard at it.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh,
Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
I
I
remember
think
those
I
dudes.
think that's why he got mad.
That makes sense.
Like
'cause,
like the guy was going after the other guy,
'Cause he was, like,
chasing
tackling him or
him,
something.
and like he like grabbed him, like chucked him.
Oh,
or
I saw
something.
that. I don't remember who it was, but I remember
It was
seeing
some
that.
older guys
Yeah,
for
damn.
sure, and like one of them had like long hair or something. I don't know.
Huh.
I don't remember. But,
But you remember those guys?
Yeah,
they're going,
I remember
They're
them.
going crazy.
I remember them too. Yeah.
I think that's what he got mad.
Yeah, I mean, like, cause like at the end of the day, I feel like some people don't like to mosh, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like to get into it. I'm a little short, so I get a lot of like shoulders to the lip.
Same. Same.
Dude, okay, you know the struggle. Like,
I hit him in the head
Yeah,
with my
he-
tooth. Oh, like at the
yeah.
beginning of the show.
Yeah.
No, I
that,
feel
that
that.
shit hurt.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I know. I bounced from your tooth and then I hit someone else's head too.
Damn.
It was like it was
like
like
a ping pong. Like
shit.
just,
yeah. It was like
And then I think it was Luis. He hit me in the chin here, and I heard a crack. I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "All right, I don't know what that was." But
one time we threw a house show, and I have a friend named Davis, and he was in the mosh pit, and I don't remember what happened, but he hit something. Or he hit someone, not something, and like he like broke his nose, and he had to leave the show.
fuck.
And it was like that was
That's
the thing.
never
But he
good.
wasn't even stressing. Like he took a snap of it. I think it was a snap, or he just put it on Instagram or something. But he just like I think he sent it to me. Like it was like a picture of him like with his nose bleeding. He's like, "Hey Josh, I really liked your
shit.
show," and like it was like
that's
just
awesome.
down.
That's crazy.
And then,
I
like,
liked it a little too much.
a little too much.
Um,
Too much there.
I know some what are they called? Like some bands don't like mosh pitting.
Yeah.
Like during their song. Like remember when we went to that last or to the other concert in San Francisco?
Yeah, Innerwave.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of who was it? I forgot who it was, but one of the groups got like he looked so sad and everyone was just mosh pitting and he looked like super disappointed.
Did
Wait,
he?
like the band?
Yeah,
The guy?
like the
I
like
forget
the
which
guy.
one it was.
It, the guy from the one of the songs Hit or Miss and
I bet you. Sorry. You set it up, man.
Had to
Sorry.
do
I
it
had to
to
set
him.
it up, guys.
Okay, I can head home now if you guys are tired.
By Boyo.
Oh, Boyo.
Yeah, I remember Boyo was playing and he looked super like
That was not the band to mosh.
there was guys moshing to it.
in Boyo.
Yeah.
Oh
There were some people moshing to Boyo, and he looked so disappointed.
no, I remember these. There were these two girls that just went way too hard to like that slow indie music. I was like, wait,
yeah.
okay, I
Yeah.
guess so.
But
I
like,
mean, yeah.
I felt like I don't know. Do you guys do you like the mosh pits?
like I said, like as long as no one's like, because I know there's like a very specific like these people like moshing, and then the people around don't like moshing.
Yeah.
As long as you respect that, I have no problem.
Yeah.
Like yeah, that's my only thing.
Yeah.
Like I also really like sometimes like I'll step out of the mosh pit, but I'll just be like at the edge and I'll keep pushing people like that are in, like keep it going so they're not running into people.
Yeah.
So I know sometimes people get out and they like just
Yep.
like slam
They
into
just
someone.
slam
who's
It
just
into
moshing.
happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
And it's like that. I mean, I guess shit happens, but it's like that's my only thing. As long as you differentiate it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm like playing like a hella sad song or something, or if I'm like it's really slow and I'm saying some personal shit, and if you mosh, I mean, you paid for the ticket. Like it's whatever. To
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Because I felt that's how Boyo was.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I think he felt like people weren't like taking it serious,
enjoying it. Yeah.
and they were just like there to like rave and shit.
hmm
Yeah. Some people are
I
there.
don't know.
I mean, like I remember my cousin told me like I have a lot of family in Paraguay, and he told me that he like saw Red Hot Chili Peppers in Paraguay, and like they like a lot of their. I mean, they have like more upbeat stuff, but they have like mellow stuff too. Like Danny California is just like upbeat, but it's not crazy. And they're like there's like a full-fledged mosh pits like happening during it, and he told me that, and I was just like, oh,
That's kind of weird.
yeah. I mean, like if you dig it, like
Yeah. There's just not much to say. I mean, they bought the ticket. So
yeah,
like,
no, definitely. As long as you're not hurting anyone, you're doing
Yeah.
your thing.
Yes.
For sure, whatever. Yeah. I
Oh, I felt so bad for these little girls that were there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw them. They were like like middle schoolers. And
What?
then they were just like to the side, and then you just saw one of the big guys like fucking accidentally like get hit. into them. I was like, shit.
Oh,
that's so
I
damn.
mean, I didn't see him since, but like, I don't know.
That was the end of them.
I mean, the first time I was in a mosh pit, I was pushed into one, and like, I had a baby, like one last baby tooth, and I lost it then.
Oops.
Like I was like at the edge, and I was like considering it, and I was like, it was me and Eddie going to a show, and he's like, go into it, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm like not going, like getting ready to go, but not going. I was like, I'm gonna go, and this guy just like behind me, just like full on like
Pushes you?
pushes me, and I like hit someone's back, and my tooth
Oh,
went fuck that,
fuck.
and I
Damn.
didn't know that I had a last baby tooth either, so I was just like freaking out, like did I just like fucking like permanently lose a tooth?
Yeah.
Like,
Damn.
Oh.
but it was a fun
Damn.
time. It was Jello by Afra. So it's like gang. It was the police truck. Good song.
My first mosh pit was like at the Frights concert, and I
So
and
fun.
I didn't know
That
what
was
a
so
mosh pit
fun.
was.
Oh,
And like
yeah.
I was like, Marco, what's a mosh pit? Like, when does it start? And like,
And I was like, you'll know.
and
You'll
then
fucking
it started where we were kind of,
Oh.
so I wasn't ready.
Damn.
Oh,
It was so funny.
everyone just started pushing you. You're like, what's going on?
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't, but then after a while, I got used to it and I enjoyed it. So it was,
Yeah,
like,
that's
fucking
cool. I mean, I
sick.
do that like at house shows. Like, I usually try and get to know people that play shows and stuff, or like come to the show.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Like, cause like if it's a house show, like a lot of times like they come for their first time to a show and they don't know what it's like. They're like in a mosh pit, do like people like fight, and I'm like, no, like it's you run into each other. It sounds weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool. and so like I know like a lot of first time people like I'll invite them to shows like from like school and stuff, and they'll be like, yeah, sure, and they'll come and they don't know what it's like, and I'll be like, oh, like this song they're probably gonna mosh to. If you don't like, you probably just want to step aside right here, like at the edge, and see what's happening and like experience it, cause like. It's weird when you're in the middle of it, and
Yeah.
like, especially if it's your first time. I'm sorry. Like,
No, it was fine. I'm a big guy, so like I didn't get pushed
Don't
around too
tell us
much.
to I stand.
For those who can't see it, Marco just slapped Alex's leg, and it was sexual.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, mosh pits.
Mosh pits are fucking
No,
fun.
mosh pits are awesome. I
Yeah.
think Jerry likes them.
Yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah, he
Oh,
does.
it was so funny. He's just like, hey, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in. Like how that was your first time. He's like, I'm gonna go in.
And then he just goes in. He like jumps in. I'm like,
Was he the hella short kid?
No.
no.
He's
Who
not
was
hella
that?
short.
That was friends with Luis Diego.
Oh. Oh no. Is he skinny? I think
Yeah.
I know what you're talking. No, it's not him. It's
We're like the same height, so that's why I said hella short. I'm hella short.
No, it's like his height,
Like a little bit taller though.
a little bit taller.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't know. It's hard to describe him. There's nothing like pointing him
Jerry.
out.
Yeah, it's just Jerry. Man.
Yeah, I'll show you a
Just
picture
Jerry.
of him.
Shout out to Jerry.
Oh, was he with you when you came in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, it was
That's
him.
for sure. Yeah, I remember. The first time we got the impressions to play at a house show, it was like the two rappers like they didn't go to any house shows before that, and I remember they were there, and it was just hella cool because I could tell they were kind of weirded out when the punk bands were playing because it's not really their type of music, and they were just kind of like didn't know how to feel. And then when James's band went and there was like a mosh pit going on, then I was in the mosh pit and I saw both of them and they're like smiling, and I was like, oh, like that was like a really wholesome moment.
Oh,
That's
No.
it.
It's like,
Oh, they get it.
yeah, I was just like, damn. And I like shook their hand in the mosh pit, and then like they're like, where did this hand come from? Because it's like people are running into each other. But yeah, it was a good time.
it's just a group of bodies, just a single hand.
Yeah, like you see two shoulders like collide, and then when they come out, like you see a hand part through them.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think house shows are more fun or at like an actual venue?
I mean, it's like pros and cons. I feel like house shows, I feel like a lot more intimate, and I like that. I also like usually the most times I've played a house show is at my friend's Eddie's house. So like after show, we'll just be there, have a fireplace, and spend the night there. So it's kind of like hanging out with your friends, but then like hella people just show up, you play music, and they leave. So it's like so that's like really nice. But also like I know like not everyone feels this way. Like a lot of the people like in Kurupi is like they don't really like too many like big venues like the Phoenix and stuff because it's like Eddie's like he likes when like it's like level grounded, like you're like as like
You're
as
with
people.
them.
Yeah,
Oh,
and he
okay.
likes that sort of feeling a lot. But I mean, like I have an ego. Like I like being on top of a stage.
Yeah.
I like people looking above and like looking at me because usually they're looking down on me because I'm shorter, and so it's like kind of cool. Like so I don't know. And also
fair.
like also usually when you play at a venue like the Phoenix, you get paid. So it's
true.
like there's that really big advantage.
Yeah, that's true.
House shows like it's more just like for the fun and community of it, which is cool too.
But like,
Well, that's how you
And, like,
spread
getting
your name
paid.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely. Like,
Yeah.
that's how you spread your name out, going to places like the Phoenix and stuff.
yeah.
I mean, but like, I'm gonna be sad, like, if we like get to a point where we can't do house shows anymore or something for whatever reason. Like, that's gonna be a bummer. Like, that's a big part of it. I really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it feels like a lot more social to me.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
just how I feel. How do you feel?
I don't really play any house shows. Or
You
well, I
have.
have, but they weren't anything like that. It was just a bunch of adults getting drunk.
Oh yeah.
I
it
know
was
like
weird.
kids our age. So
Yeah.
those are kind of the shows in my past. The first like actual show we played was the one with you guys. That one felt like our first
The Sonoma
actual.
one?
Yeah, that
For
one
sure.
felt like our
That
first
one was
actual show.
How long has the Sandines been? Like, when did you guys start? 2 years.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's pretty much how long I've been playing drums too.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you like picked it up right as like the band started.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like with the impressions and rapping kind of went hand in hand too.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, no, I mean like the album came out and then like no, I don't know, but like I kind of started rapping around the same time I kind of started doing the impressions. It was a little before. But yeah, so it was like kind of it's kind of cool like the hand in hand thing because then you can like watch back to when you first started.
Yeah.
And then look back and, like to how you are now, and it's like a really good feeling. I'm like, damn, I really went up stage and did that. Like that was garbage, but it's okay. Like people move on. People don't remember things.
True.
Yeah.
Alex remembered our first.
How was that? I want to hear about it.
I didn't really. It mainly just because they practiced the night before and they did not practice at all. So that's why it was like a first.
We learned our lesson.
Yeah.
I mean, we usually like fun secret. We usually practice the day of the show. Like no, not like the first time, but
No,
we usually
yeah.
just like practice before like the day of shows. Like we'll practice and go to the show. Which is not always the best thing, but
We
you know.
did that too.
Yeah,
How often do you guys practice?
not enough. I mean, I feel like everyone says that, not enough, but like
Can't have too much.
too much for you.
You can't have too much.
Oh, I was like, damn, I never heard like too much practice. But like, I'd say like the impressions right now. I mean, before the show, that's how it usually is. Like the first like couple months, or like the first month before a show, it's like practice at least once a week. Like see each other often. After a show, like I haven't seen them since the show. So
Oh, damn.
So we're supposed to meet up tomorrow or 2 days from now, but I can't come. But like basically, yeah, like. We try to practice every week. Same with Kurupi for a moment, but I haven't seen. Or I mean, no, that's not true. I haven't seen them, but we haven't practiced in like a month.
Damn.
So yeah, because we haven't like been in shows, and also like Eddie's in Mexico, so there's that too.
Okay.
But yeah, and like, yeah, not enough. I mean, like, but like, I work on music every day. Like, it's usually just like I guess like making the effort to go see people. That sounds edgy. I'm not like a not like a like I wear like a normal people scare me type of T-shirt way. Like I mean like a like a like I don't know.
Second. That's me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
Nah, I'm
throw
kidding.
shade at you, dude. Someone needs to shut my mouth. No, I mean like it's just like because like people get like carried away or not carried away, but just like get busy with like work and school and life and stuff.
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, so like I don't always like see like my band members and stuff, but we
Yeah.
gotta practice more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I don't want to compare it exactly to band practice, but it's kind of like the podcast now, because now we have like he has music and then we have school, and we go to different schools, and then we gotta do homework and shit, and then we have different schedules for work, and so now we can't do this like all the time.
Yeah,
like I'm coming to school, I don't think we're gonna be able to do it. So like
Oh,
now
shit.
we're gonna like try to see how it goes, but like yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
right now,
Now's a good time to announce this is
Yeah.
the last podcast.
Sorry guys, we had a good run. No, I'm just kidding.
we're gonna try.
Our other member Uriel, he might not be able to come on some of them.
Yeah.
So like it's just gonna be the four of us or like a guest.
For sure.
So yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, like, thank you guys so much for inviting me.
God.
It's also
for
like,
sure.
like forced me to come to Sonoma, which is awesome. It's like an hour away. That's the only like thing that's like holding me back.
Oh, damn.
But I want to skate here and stuff.
Oh, it's so fun.
Okay.
Yeah. It also just looks hella nice, especially like the drive to here. Like it's super like
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
country.
Did you come on 12?
I think.
Like, like it's just a 2-lane highway. That's it.
Yeah.
Not the 101.
Yeah, that one.
It's hella nice.
I should remember
is.
things like that.
But yeah, no, it's an honor to have you, man. It's
Yeah,
a
no.
long time coming.
Thank you,
Great.
thank you. Yeah, no, I was hella excited when I first found out about the podcast. I listened to it and I was like, damn, I'm trying to be a part of this. Like, but yeah, I was gonna say something about Sonoma, but I forgot.
It's small.
What are cool places in
Fucking small.
Oh.
To what?
That's a hard question
a
to
hard-
answer.
Because I know, like, because my mom used to work here, and I used to work here in the summers a couple years ago with my uncle, like, painting. And, like, the things I remember is, like, La Michoacana, like, that ice cream
Oh,
shop.
yeah.
And, like,
Best
always
ice
being,
cream ever.
yeah,
Fire.
like, working in the summertime, like, in the hot sun and painting, and then being like, okay, but after my shift, we're going to go to La Michoacana. It's going to be all good.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like, hella cool. But, yeah. And then, like, I just saw where the skate park is, like, on our way here. I'm like, dude, that's where the skate park is. That's where, like, Luis Diego always, like, films his shit. Do you guys call him Luis Diego, by the way?
I just call him Luis.
I just call
Yeah.
it.
Okay, because I've known him, like, as that. 'Cause
Uh-huh.
I've
Okay.
known him for a while.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I'm getting on tangents.
No, I just
Shout
like,
out Luis.
I always
Shout out
forget his
Luis.
name, and I'm like, fuck, he's a cool guy. I need to know his name. I always forget.
I'm trying to eat at his taco truck.
Yeah?
Dude,
Oh, it's
tell me.
good.
Dude.
You, I think said let's go. I'm like, you trying to go? Like,
We can go.
I'm trying to go.
We
If
can
if you guys are trying to go after this,
We can go.
They should be open.
So
Yeah, they should.
Yeah,
Oh, and it's
fucking down.
right next to our school, our high school.
Oh yeah, Sonoma High. I'm assuming it's called.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
The only high school in town.
Oh yeah.
Only
Yeah.
one.
Oh for sure. So like everyone in town, huh?
Basically,
Sadly, yeah.
Sadly, damn.
Yeah.
There's
No.
pros and cons to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like small town type shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you can't get away with shit at all.
Oh, because everyone knows you.
Everyone
Everyone
knows
knows you.
So when it was like ditch day, I tried to go back home. I didn't have a car at the time, so I was riding my bike. And so like everyone could see me. And like I get a phone call like 10 minutes later. He's like, "Are you from my mom? Like, are you ditching school?" I was like, "How the fuck do you know?"
Hey, I don't know if this is like a common podcast thing, but can we pause and can I use the bathroom real quick?
Yeah,
For
no,
sure.
yeah.
Go ahead.
We'll
I'll
be
be right back.
So how are you guys doing today?
Dude, I'm doing great.
That's great to hear. So what are cool places in Sonoma?
Oh yeah. Hey, all right.
There's no cool places in Sonoma.
All right, next topic.
You just kind of like. That's true. You just kind of like do
Try to
stuff.
find things to do.
Yeah.
But
I remember hearing you guys' podcast and talking about like thrift shopping and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's right. But
it's alright.
wait, how many are there in
We
Sonoma?
only have like
actually?
3.
We have a lot.
One.
I know, 'cause I know there's quite a bit.
3.
Is it just 3?
There's like 5, right?
There's like 5. There's
Yeah.
like 3 church mouses. There's Bond, and then there's that other one that I forget the name of. Oh, Republic.
Oh, right.
Would you guys say that you guys can like, how long do you think it'd take like to walk from one side of Sonoma to the other?
Easy, like 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait,
I mean,
Whoa,
there's smaller
side to
towns.
the other.
Yeah. What do you talk like from where to where?
Oh yeah.
From one
from
end to
where,
the-
actually.
From
Just
like
one
the
end.
plaza
Okay,
to
I'm seeing-
Agua Caliente.
Well, I'm thinking about like where the firefighters are. You know, like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
before you
Oh.
leave town.
Oh damn. Oh yeah, like an hour.
The fire
Oh, okay.
from the
More than an hour, I
firefighters
think.
to
Nah.
to what? To
To-
where the Freedman's is.
Sure.
What do you call that?
Yeah, that's
From
like
one
the
Hour
side to another
15.
side.
Hour 15.
For,
To
okay,
walk?
for-
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Easily.
I'm gonna say hour 15.
I say an hour and 30. I don't know.
Oh, fuck. 50
Yeah, well,
minutes
okay.
more.
What about
Alright.
you?
You know, like I, it takes me like a good 20 minutes to get from one side of Sonoma to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's hella quick.
I'm
That
just
boy
kidding.
quick.
No, I'm kidding. I've never walked from one side of Sonoma to. I was just asking because I wasn't sure.
Oh. No, yeah, that's how small it is. You can walk it in like an hour,
For sure.
15.
I mean, there's like you guys know Katati.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's like a super small spot.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Loud and clear's over there.
yeah, my girlfriend lives there, and I remember like I was at her house like when we first started dating. It's like, you want to walk downtown? And I'm like, from Santa Rosa. Like I'm like, what do you mean walk downtown? And then it's like, let's just walk downtown. And then we just walk down the street and like we're here. And I'm like, oh, this is cute. Like, it's nice. It's nice and homely. It's quaint. I like it. No, I'm talking shit about the towns.
No.
But, yeah.
What I don't like about this town, there's many things, but this one thing is like you need a car to go somewhere else because like Sonoma there isn't anything to do.
Oh my god.
So you either have to go to Petaluma or Santa Rosa.
How far is Petaluma from here?
20-minute drive.
20,
Yeah.
yeah,
20.
Really?
yeah, and then it's like there's more things to do. There's a
Still, you
Target.
have to get in your fucking
yeah,
car.
and then
And
there's,
go.
but
Yeah.
like there's nothing here, so it's like
So you're stuck until you're like what, 17 maybe,
yeah.
18.
Basically.
I see.
We just
So
need a
like,
Target here, man. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Target?
I want a Target.
dude,
Sonoma?
no,
Nah.
Target.
I don't think that
you can
fit.
Dude, you can spend so much time in Target. It's
Oh,
Oh,
ridiculous.
hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just
much
do
fun.
stupid shit.
One time we went to Target and we ditched Devin.
It was a fun time.
We played hide and go seek there.
Oh, it was
and he
so much
trying to find us.
Very fun for me.
Yeah, pretty fun for me.
Evan doesn't like it.
No, I cry.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've all been there. It's
Oh,
okay.
so you're a pussy.
Very, very correct.
Oh, what I did one time with my girlfriend in Target was like we like held hands and then like walked by like the baby aisle, like where they sell the stuff. And we just like look around, and then people would just like look at us like hella concerned. Like, they would like probably think like this brown kid looks like he's 12.
Damn, Damn.
No,
Holy shit.
I mean, it wasn't my idea. It was her idea. I'm not that
Oh my
witty.
God.
But so I grabbed my hand, and like she's like, "Let's go." I'm like, "Where are we going?" And then I saw the baby. I was like, I was like,
Okay.
That's when she breaks the news. Like, I'm pregnant.
Oh.
And you're like,
okay.
at Target. That's
sorry,
when she brings it
sorry, Mom. You heard it here first. Mom,
Tuned you
sorry,
in.
Mom.
What? What'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
Dude, what did I say?
Dude, what did I say?
No, I legit didn't say anything.
Oh, alright.
We were talking about Black Mirror. I've never seen that show, but you guys were.
I've only seen 3 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's not a good topic.
I've seen almost all of them.
For sure.
I saw it's hella good.
I saw the one with ¿Cómo se llama? It's like the dude who like he's like filmed like masturbating.
Oh, yep.
That's all we have to say.
Yep, that's all you gotta
No
say.
context. Just
How did
Nah,
my
'cause you
video
gotta
come
watch
out?
it.
What the fuck?
You gotta
I
watch
guess
it.
it's a good
Dude,
show.
that episode, that episode is...
I'll give it a shot.
Damn, I'm hooked first.
Yeah.
No, that episode's fucked. Like,
It's
absolutely.
I'm gonna put tape over my computer now.
Oh, I do that. I have like tape over my laptop, so like the whole screen.
Next is next is
Can't
my
see anything.
phone.
What'd you say?
Next is my phone. It's
Yeah.
like they can do that shit to your phone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
That's
really
scary.
creepy episode. That's like the whole. Maybe we shouldn't talk about Black Mirror since I don't know much about it. It's not a good. I don't know if it'll be a good topic for us to. Oh, you guys haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Well,
it.
I haven't
either.
seen
New
either.
topic.
Good job, Alex.
Oh,
Fucking
Yo, what the
dumbass.
fuck,
Evan.
Alex? Dude, I'm
Sorry.
leaving now. Okay.
well,
We have
Alright.
topics in the notebook.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
I don't wanna...
I have a question though.
Yeah.
What's that thing about the Battle of Bands or something?
Oh, it was a thing in our high school.
You guys have that many bands in your high school? What?
I
what the
mean,
fuck?
No,
I know,
it's usually
our
like.
high school.
High school sucks.
We didn't have anything.
We had like one. It
Yes,
was
you
Battle
guys.
of the
It was
Fans.
no, it wasn't us. It
Yeah,
was
we had that
fucking-
too. I remember like always seeing that and being like, "Oh, is it Battle of the Bands already?" I was like, "Oh, this is like some football thing."
Do you guys have that many bands?
I mean, like
What's
usually
going
it'd be
on?
like, it's actually really sad because usually it'd be because it would do it for a week, except on Friday, so it'd be like 4 bands can fit for Battle of the Band, and so it'd usually be like around like 5 bands coming in, and then like one band would be like, "Nah," like, and then they would leave, and like it was really sad too because they would like call us in like at lunch and like we're having our Battle of the Bands meeting to decide who's gonna be in this year, thinking that there's gonna be hella bands, and you're like, "Oh, let's just check it out."
Oh,
It's a room full of people because like a band is like 5 people.
Yeah.
And, like, and then like you see like 4 kids like walk out and it's just like fuck.
Damn. What
Yeah,
the
because
hell?
I've never heard of any more bands than yours in town.
No, there was this one called the Aquamarines.
That's a good color.
For Tyler Malone and that one big-haired kid. I forget his name.
Oh, those guys are cool.
I
I like
misheard
them.
you.
But I didn't know, like,
They
yeah,
had
I
a
don't-
band. They had a band.
Is,
Owen Summers is in the Radio Flyers.
Oh, true.
But that's like with his brother.
So it's,
Gang.
yeah,
But they're
like,
hella good.
we wouldn't have that at our school.
No, we don't. we
for
wouldn't.
sure.
have
But that's
at our
crazy.
school.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like also like a lot of the bands that would do Battle of the Bands like wouldn't do original songs. It'd usually
Like covers
it'd
and
mostly
stuff?
be like cover
Oh,
bands and
okay.
stuff. Or not like say like one band like a band doing a cover of one band particularly.
It's just
but it
some
was like a lot of
songs.
cover bands. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your
You're
foot.
good.
I mean, the Impressions did it one year. Kurupi's done it twice, and Stone Salad, which was playing at that show, did it. So every band except the first band, and you guys are from Center of the High.
Who was the first band?
Who's the first band?
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
they
guess
were
no,
added
no.
last minute and they didn't follow me back on Instagram, so it's whatever.
Damn.
Ooh, sorry, I gotta hold my mouth.
Called out, whoever
Dude,
the
my
fuck you
pettiness
were.
just came out. I don't know what they're called.
We called the
Yeah,
one.
we just
called
won't call them. They don't. They can't get that cred from us.
True.
You know.
Yeah,
We
fuck
called the
them.
one dude the guitar player haircut.
Oh yeah.
Marco has some topics that he wants to
Hit
share.
me with it, Mark.
Oh. Do you have an advice for starters for people starting out like bands and shit?
Dude, that sounds like I'm huge, but I'm not.
Kind of big compared to like everyone else.
I mean, I'm hella short, but like, sorry. Sorry. Cut that out too.
Nah.
Fuck you. No, I mean, I guess for starter bands and shit. I don't know. Keep playing music. I feel like a lot of the times, like, I guess my one thing is like take as many influences as you can. Like listen to a lot of different type of music and take inspiration from that. Like, cause it's like if you like say if there's a band that's really into fucking Metallica, sure, and if they only listen to Metallica and are inspired by Metallica, they're gonna sound like Metallica.
Yeah.
So it's like just listen to a bunch of shit and then just like try, like even just like practice, like try writing songs in their style and then like take from that. Like there's that one band right now, Greta Van Fleet, and they just sound like Led Zeppelin.
They just sound like Led Zeppelin.
And it's like, why do people care? Like, listen to Led Zeppelin. Sorry.
I know.
I just like apologize after. Sorry. But yeah, I guess that's my opinion. Or like my advice. Like just like listen to a lot of different type of shit and take a lot of inspiration from stuff.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
So once you start like listening,
Yeah.
to like everything,
Mhm.
you can start developing your own little sound.
Yeah, definitely. And like I feel like also like just listening to one thing isn't good for like your music taste, because then you get hella pretentious about other shit. Like, oh, you listen to metal, or oh, you listen to rap, and it's
Yeah.
like, dude, like it's music. Like,
It's all love, man.
dude, I didn't mean to
Calling out Uriel.
I could call him out.
Dude, I
He's
don't-
not here to defend himself this time, so fuck you, Uriel.
I'm not trying to throw shade at anyone, but fuck Uriel. I'm kidding, Uriel. You're probably cool. Have I met Uriel?
No.
I'm really
no,
bad.
you
With,
haven't.
I'm really bad with names. I'm really sorry.
He was at the show for like 10 minutes and then,
And then
he
he fucking
left.
And he hates me probably, but it's okay. But yeah, I guess it's like listen to a bunch of stuff.
Do you have any future plans for the band? Any like big things coming up? Or
Quitting. No,
You
I'm
can.
kidding.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh shit.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Eddie. Fuck you. No,
Oh.
I hope he'll find that funny. I don't know if he'll listen. I hope you listen, Eddie. I guess like future plans. That's what we're talking about. I'm sorry.
Like future projects or anything.
I mean, definitely, with Kurupi, we're always working on stuff. I mean, like, we have, like, a whole hour worth of music, like, home recorded right now.
Oh, jeez.
But we're not dropping any of that because, like, it's not, all of it's not good yet, you know?
Okay.
Because,
You
like,
gotta mix it and shit.
I mean, that too, but also, like, some of it I'm like, ooh, this song's actually trash. And, like, you know, like, that happens a lot, and it's just, like, cleaning it up. Like, the album, like, that was, like, a very personal album, and I don't want it to be, like, a really strong, like, personal concept, and then just, like, an hour of music that, like, doesn't really connect. Like, I feel like we've set ourselves up to be, like, to do concepts and things like that, and I want to stick with that. And, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, we're always, like, Bombero, I don't know if that's going to be on anything. That's why, like, I was like, this is a good song. I don't know where this could fit, so let's just put this out. So, I mean, I'm thinking about dropping a song within the next couple of months with Kurupi and having Forehead on it.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
But as of now, I'm not sure because I'm indecisive. But the impressions, we actually... Should I say this?
Oh.
Sorry,
Oh,
it's just
no,
I mean, because
okay.
it's like
Ooh,
I mean, because it's
spicy.
like, you know, you don't want to say that's like a big thing. I feel like things come up and then you don't know, like, it's like, ooh, this is probably gonna happen, but the probably is like, if it doesn't happen, then it's like that much more disappointing when you say it, you know. So I don't want to listen back to this like, oh, I remember when that was gonna happen, you know. So like, it's like
true.
something's like really awesome and big is up in the air, but I'm not sure if it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
But yeah.
So
Yeah.
follow them to see what's gonna happen. So you guys can
Yeah,
go on
follow
Instagram.
Check them out on
impressions.
what is it? Spotify,
Spotify,
Apple Music,
Apple Music,
and SoundCloud,
and
guys.
SoundCloud, and YouTube,
And
Instagram.
Instagram.
Link in the description below.
Description
yeah.
below.
Check them out. Kurupi.
Impressions don't have anything out yet. We have like YouTube clips of like our live shows so far that was recorded on phones. But
Y'all need to record your shit. 'Cause
yeah,
your
I
shit
know.
is
Really
fire.
do.
I can't
is,
say
yeah.
anything right now. But,
Fuck!
Yeah,
I think that was like my first question when I came up to you that very first time. Like, hey, yo, you guys were good. Do you guys have anything on like the impressions anywhere? And you're like, nah. And I'm like, oh, sick. No, that's cool. And you're like, yeah.
Did I really sound like I was like, nah,
Yeah, I'm obviously like,
Okay.
Yeah, no, you were
I
hella
felt
nice.
so bad because there's so many times where I'll go to house shows and you know people because it's like hella expensive to record. I mean, all we've done is home recording so far, and like I always feel bad. Like I'll come up to a band and I'll be like, dude, you guys sounded great. Where can I check you guys out? And I'm like, no, like I always feel bad.
We report.
Yeah,
It's fucking us.
yeah, and like I remember one time I felt so bad because like I sounded condescending and I didn't mean to. And, like I saw like a band that I really liked. They're called Dingbat Super Minx. This really crazy band from Oakland. They're hella cool. Look them up. They're like new wavy, but they also have like a really cool like stage design where they have like puppets and stuff. Sounds stupid, but it's really cool.
That's really cool.
It's
actually.
really cool. It gives me almost like a. No, that's gonna be corny if I say it like that. It's cool, but But basically, I remember I went up to the lead singer afterwards, and I was like, dude, you guys did great. That was an amazing show. And he's like, thanks. And then I said this, and I felt really bad because I didn't mean for it to come out this way. I was like, so you guys got music out, or... And I said like that, and then he like looked really like hurt from that, and he's like, "Yeah, we have it on Spotify." And like, like look, because he thought like I was implying like, "Are you guys even good enough to have music out?" But I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
Because there's been so many occasions where I asked people, and they're like, "No, we're working on it," or whatever, this, that, and the other, and I felt really bad.
Damn.
Nothing but love to that guy. He was hella cool.
Oh.
Shout out. What's the band's name?
Dingbat Super Minx.
Dingbat Super Minx.
That's
They
a
all
cool
chill.
ass name though.
No, yeah, they're crazy. It's like you know, like Jack Stauber.
Nope.
No, he's like this guy on YouTube, and he does music, and it's cool. It's kind of like that vibe where a lot of their music is like pop sounding new wave type of music, but it's like ironic, if that makes sense. So like they have like love songs, and so like there's one time where they perform, or the one time I did see them perform, they're like having a song like "Let Me Fall in Love," like that was the hook, or like "Let Me Fall in Love" real quick, and it was just that over and over again. And the guy's like sitting down, and he's like smiling and looking at the stage, singing it, and then like the two people are like having puppets, or it's not puppets, it's like crash dummies. And they had the crash dummies taped to their back, and they're like pretending like the crash dummies were dancing, and it was like really funny. It sounds
really
it sounds
cool.
stupid, but it was really
crazy.
cool. It was really funny. Those guys are hella cool.
Holy shit.
Okay. But yeah, can we pause this real quick? I'm sorry, I keep pausing.
And we're back.
Just like really
otra vez. Oh, what were we talking about?
fucking don't know, we can start something else. Dude, social media, that's whack, right?
I mean, I get addicted to it. I hit 900 followers. And
Hell yeah.
And I was like, damn.
Damn.
But then I might block someone, so I might be at 99.
Throwing shade.
Huh?
Just kidding. I said throwing shade.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just kidding.
I mean, they're kind of an asshole. Let's go on.
How did you start your band? Like, how did you meet him? The Kurupi one.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've known Eddie, I keep throwing his name out. Eddie's the guitar player in Kurupi, and he's like my closest
Hella
friend.
cool. He's
He's
hella
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
I know. I see him
cool.
around school sometimes.
He's got a good fashion sense. Anyways.
Yeah.
I met him in 3rd grade, so I've known him for like a long time.
Damn.
And we both started playing guitar on 7th grade, and I remember like for the first half of the year we were just like playing guitar, and we were like, we should start a band. And like, but it was kind of like we both thought that, but we were like too nervous to say it. And then when we finally said it, they're like, I was thinking the same thing. And then we started, and we wanted to start one, but we didn't know anyone. And then Cole Brady's the drummer. He said,
Hella good. He's so fucking good.
incredible.
He's really good.
I remember, I mean, he's like a jazz musician, like at heart. So he fits a lot better with the impressions. Like he like kills it with the impressions. And I remember like when we played live, Tom was like, he's like, the impressions were playing like the first instrumental song, and he's like, you see your drummer right there? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, that's the band he always wanted to play in. Oh, and I was like,
that's so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember when I met him, he first didn't want to be in the band. And I remember, cause Eduardo knew him, but I didn't know him, and it was like in high school. And I remember like me and Eduardo were super into like punk and metal at the time, and so like we had emo haircuts. Probably had like an Iron Maiden t-shirt, just think from Hot Topic, hella fake. I just remember like I walked up to him, and we're both like dressed in all black with our emo haircuts, and we're like, "Hey Cole," and he's like, "Who are you?" And I was just like, I'm Josh, and I'm like, we're trying to start a band, and like it'd be really cool if you play drums because you're really good at it. And he was like, "Okay." And then like I handed him like, it's like the ugliest thing. I handed him a Minion flash drive, and I was like,
Oh my god. One eye or 2 eyes?
huh?
Did it have 1 eye or 2 eyes?
2 eyes, of course, bro.
okay.
2 eyes, and then it like in the Minion flash drive was like an Audacity recording that we recorded a song like with like our Line 6 amps, and it was just like guitar, so it was just like distortion, like it was like so muddy, it just sounds like distorted guitars. I was going for like 6 minutes, and we're like, you can listen to it, and you could tell us what you think about it. You can maybe join the band. And he's like, sure. Next day he comes up, and I'm like, hey Cole, what'd you think of it? And he breathes in and exhales, like he does that a lot. He breathes, like he goes like he does that a lot, and he like just like put his hand on my shoulder, and he takes out like the Minion drive, and he's like, no. And he like gives it to me. And it was like that. It was just like that. And then he walked.
I felt that.
And then he walked away. And then I didn't see him until a year later. And
Damn. What?
Get closer, you're pulling that shit.
Oh, sorry.
yeah, but I didn't. Yeah, so he didn't want to be in it at all. And then like a year later, we had this one kid named Eduardo Avila as our bass player, and he was hella cool because like he never played an instrument, and we were just like, hey, do you want to like play bass? And he was just like, fuck it, and then he bought a bass, and then he like learned how to play bass.
Damn,
like,
that's hella cool.
And he like learned, like picked it up like in 6 months, and he started playing with us, and it was crazy. And I remember I was like in Lake Tahoe, like with family, and I had a class with Eduardo Vila, and like he just texted me, and he's like, hey, you know Cole Brady? And I'm like, you mean the drummer that I always wanted? What about him? And he's like, oh, you know, he's in our class now. And I'm like, shut up. Because he always, like, would pull shit like that. So I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Don't talk to me. And I didn't talk to him and, like, ignored him. And then I come in the next day in class, like, from Lake Tahoe. And, you know, there's Cole sitting right next to me.
Shit.
And I'm, like, trying to talk to him. And he obviously doesn't want to talk to me. And I'm like, I would, like, crack jokes. And he wouldn't laugh. And he'd be like, yeah. And I just kept on persisting. At the end, it's like, hey, do you want to play in our band? And he was like, okay. And he just like showed up one day and we practiced, and that's like the first video on like the Kurupi YouTube channel, by the way. And it was like the first time we ever practiced, and that was like our audition tapes for Battle of the Band.
Yeah.
It was like that year, and he ended up really enjoying it, and like we've been friends since, and he's hella cool. He's just kind of like, it's hard to like break the mold sometimes with people, and I think it was like that, like a very bad first impression of giving him like a Minion flash drive. It's not a distorted guitar. Yeah, like it's not a good look. He obviously was like, fuck this, I'm not gonna be part of this. Like he's like,
I mean, that's how you show you mean business. Like,
yeah,
you
with
go
the
to like
Minion flash
executives
drive.
when you're at the top, and you're like, all right, so here's the files on here. It's like just a
yeah,
Minion.
you pull out two like flash drives on like Minion or the Bob. Or the Bob. Yeah, it was hella ugly. I'm not surprised that he didn't want to be in the band. Ava's our bass player now, and fuck. I think we just asked her one day because she's friends with Grace, and Grace is like one of my good friends. We were hanging out, and I'm like, hey, Ava, we need a bass player right now, and she's like, yeah, and she just started playing with us. And yeah, so she's new in the group. She like joined a couple months ago. She's hella cool. She gave Eduardo and Cole like the power to think, and it kind of frustrates me because I used to be like, what's the word? I used to be the dictator of the band, and so we'd practice, and I'd be like, okay, so this is gonna be our set list, this is what we're gonna play, and then like Eduardo and Cole are like, yeah, whatever, and then it was like, I don't think I like that set list, and then like Cole and Eddie like they get up and they're like, yeah, and then you know what? And then I'm like, it is bad. Yeah, they're like that. They're like, I don't really like this set list now that I think about it. And now she's giving them like the voice of reason. So there's that, and that's kind of a problem. So like, but you know,
So I'm kicking her out.
yeah. So we're kind of filling it out right now. We're kind of seeing how the band goes. But no, I'm kidding. It was hella cool. But yeah, that's what happened.
So you all kind of like decide what you guys want to play?
Like in terms of instruments or vibe or like
Yeah, like vibe.
Oh well, I mean,
Cause it's like so, I don't know. Some songs like the vibe is so like
Different.
I don't know. It's so different. I don't really like. You don't really see it out there.
thank you. Yeah.
So original.
And it's
I mean,
super original.
most
It's
pretty.
super cool.
I mean, the album I wrote myself, like most of it, like there was just like little things that like they wrote, and I'm trying to change that. Like I'm trying not to be so much of a dictator. So like now, like all the stuff we're writing now is like a joint effort. Like I'll write one part, they'll write the other parts, and like things like that. It used to be more like I would lay out the foundation, and then they would like build from it. If that makes sense. Like I'm not a drummer, so I'd come up with something simple, and then Cole would be like, "Oh, you mean?" And
Yeah, and he'll do something.
crazy shit, and then he's like, and I'm like, yeah, that one, and they're like, Ava plays bass line, and I'd be like, Ava plays bass line, dun, 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 and she'll be like, you mean this? And then she like fucking goes Jacko on me, or what's the guy's name? Jacko Sartorius, and then I'm like, Jacob, yeah. No, I fucked up.
I was like, yeah, sure.
I'm talking about the jazz bass player. What's his fucking name? Dude, Jacko. Jacob Sartorius.
Jacob Sartorius plays bass? This is news to me.
I was just like, oh, you gotta, damn, end of the
What's
podcast.
the dude's name?
I don't know.
You know the jazz player? Fuck you, I'm looking him up right now. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say Jacob Sartorius. I didn't mean to compare a band member to Jacob Sartorius. You know Ava, she's like fucking the 12-year-old Jacob Sartorius.
What do you mean? Disrespecting Jacob? He's fucking good.
You can wear my
Wait.
sweatshirt.
Wait, is he the guy that did the It's Everyday, Bro?
Oh, that's
Jake
no,
Paul.
That's Jake
Dude,
Paul.
I'm so disconnected. It's okay.
They're both
Jacob
equally.
Yeah, they're almost the same.
Pastorius.
Okay.
That's the dude's name. You see how the mistake happened?
It's
Yeah.
pretty close. I see how that was.
Yeah. Jacko. His name's Jacko, I think. But he's a hella good bass player. Like he's like a jazz bass player from the '90s. He passed away, but he's hella cool. So like now it's more like of a joint effort, but I think it's just like I said, like it's a lot of like influences. Like if I were to pull any song, like I'd say Waiting Room, for example. That's like a lot of like, even though it's electric, I wanted it to be like flamenco guitar, because I like was listening to a lot of like Spanish music that my parents were listening to, like from Spain.
Yeah.
And so I got that influence from there. But then like the rapping like was very like Tribe Called Quest like the flows and everything, which I was listening to a lot then. And then the drumming was like Cole doing Cole and like doing crazy shit, and then me trying to come up with a funky bass line, because I'm like, okay, well, like a lot of rap samples funk, so let me try and write something funky, and that came from there. And then the whole second half is like very like inspired from something like Pink Floyd or System of a Down, like, which are both very different things, but like influence of like the harmonies like System of a Down, like, but Pink Floyd where like the way it flows, and there's like some keys in it, and it's like very like almost like proggy. And so like it's just like a bunch of different influences, like it's like a Frankenstein of things, and that's like what I like music to be. Where it's just like you just grab things like, oh, I like when they do that, I like this, and then you just put something together. Or like Tag, like straight up was just like Halloween music I was listening to.
Those two are like the ones I started off listening to.
Yeah, that's cool.
Those
Yeah,
two.
those are like the big ones. Like Tag, I would just like, I remember like someone that could be listening to this is like, I can already know they're gonna be like, they've heard me talk about this like so much, so they're probably just like, shut up, Josh. But so Billy and Mandy. There's an episode where there's like what is it called, like the brain monster, and there's like the whole song, the brains I won't lie. Well, like that was like really like a big inspiration for that song.
honestly, that show and that vibe, definitely.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
They come hand in hand.
scary
That's
vibe.
or like B-52s, like that type of shit too. Like it's like that Halloween type sounding thing. You know what I'm
That's
talking
so
about?
Yeah.
Like
It's
harmonic.
not
minor
always.
stuff and
It
stuff.
doesn't have to be Halloween. It's just like
That's right.
it's like
yeah.
a certain vibe.
It's
I
like-
don't know.
It's like that like dark, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
yeah,
cool.
dark.
They use like a lot of Middle Eastern scales, and they use like a lot of like synths and stuff.
Yeah.
That's like what a lot of it is.
It's like eerie.
And it's super dancey. Like it's like that's the
Yeah,
whole thing. So like that was the big thing with Tag. Like it just sounds like super Halloweeny, and that's what I want it to be.
Guys, definitely check those two songs out.
Yeah,
For
thank
sure.
you.
two
I
songs
recommend.
Fire. And then like Bombero, which is like the one we just dropped, is like
Boom, boom, boom,
yeah,
boom, boom, boom.
that's like how like that bass line was hell inspired from a lot of like boom bap 90s rap that I was listening to. I wrote like that riff like 2 years ago maybe. But like I just like brought it back because I was like, oh, I want to do something with this. I was like really like angsty one day, and I was like, damn, parents. And then I was like, as as one would. And then I was like, damn.
Gucci belt that your daddy bought with cash.
Yeah, no, I mean the lyrics weren't. I mean just like the vibe of the instrumental. So I was like, okay, if I'm angsty right now, I should like record something angsty. So that came out and it's like super like SoundCloud trappy, like it was like Denzel Curry type shit. Like I don't really listen to XXXTentacion, but like that type of vibe. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And like yeah, so that came out and like I was like, ooh, this is cool. And I was like, time to rap. And I was like, damn, people make me mad. And so I just like, I mean, you've heard me today. Like I was just shit talking the entire time. That whole song is just me complaining about people. Yeah, it's like
That one's sick.
yeah, like someone can't like I played a show and then someone was rude to me and I'm like, damn.
Fuck you.
Write it down.
Fuck you. I
Yeah.
fucking hate everybody.
No, for real. That's like what the song is, and I'm just like, it was just like the egotistical side of me being like, I'm better than everyone, which is really ugly, but it's out now.
It's already out
So
there.
for your next show, we better hear shit talking by like at the podcast. I want to
For
hear
sure.
like,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun,
Start putting them out too.
there's that bitch.
was in a blanket, fucker. No, yeah, that was. I like. I know, like the moment I said that, there's like 3 people listening that's like wincing, but it's okay. You know, we all have our times. I don't fucking know. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's just like a lot of influences. Like I listen like from like lately, I've been like on a big like Bay Area like rap, like kind of like SOBRV type shit. Like a lot of the lyrics are trash. Like I'm sorry, but like I just really like that vibe. Or like Mac Dre and shit. Like
Hell
I listen to a lot of stuff like that.
Mac
And so
Dre.
like, yeah, so that's like kind of bleeding in with a lot of the stuff I've been writing recently. and like I don't know, and I like record every day and try and like I've been like coming up with a lot of instrumentals, and then like I'll just like throw somewhere. I'm like, okay, that was actually trash, and then I'll like but it's just like taking influences from random things. Like be like, okay, well, what if like a Mac Dre had tried to write a Pink Floyd song, like, and like
cool.
see how that comes out, and then you're like, okay, that didn't come out well, but it's okay. Let's just keep writing, and then yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely impressive, and just because of like that Frankenstein is like the perfect monster. So
Yeah,
just
thank you.
Fucking keep at it. It's fucking sick.
I mean, definitely, like, I feel like people will find out, like, there'll be times where you'll mix things together and they don't sound well.
Yeah.
And then you just, like, don't release it. And that's it.
It's every song with ours.
No, that's
We'll fucking record it and we'll be like, this sounds so bad.
sometimes it's also, like, I feel like also maybe, like, the way you're recording it, too. Like, there's a lot
Yeah,
of times
that's
where, like,
true.
I'll record a song and I'm like, man, I thought the song was good. And then, like, I'll play it and I'm like, no, like we'll play it, like, live as a band. And I'll be like, okay, no, I like how this is sounding right now, but it's just not coming through recording wise. And then just, like, figuring out that stuff. But honestly, you guys have, like, a lot of catchy, like, choruses, by the way. And,
That
like-
was like mostly Remy's song.
Oh yeah.
But that
Yeah.
second to last one was ours.
Oh, that's my
No,
favorite.
that's the one I was talking
That's
about.
my
There was,
favorite one.
there was someone in the audience, like, you guys were, I don't remember the chorus anymore, I'm sorry, but,
Time flies.
yeah, the time flies, that one, that's what it
Moving too
was. Someone was
fast,
singing
I
it,
wanted to-
in the crowd, and I like, tapped them, and I was like, what are the lyrics? And they told me, and I started yelling it, too.
There we go.
Yeah. So it was hella cool and catchy.
yeah,
And also, you guys just got, like, a really, like, nice dancey vibe. That, like,
Oh, thanks.
like it feels very welcoming. I like
Mhm.
that.
Thank you.
Because, like, there's been times where I've played, like, or I've been at shows, and, like, people are just hella pretentious, and it's just, like, like, you can tell, like, it's almost like as if they don't want you to be there.
Yeah,
It's like they want
that's
their
true.
exclusive clique to be there, and I don't like that. Like, it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh well. Yeah, I think we're reaching the limit
Yeah,
now.
you can.
So-
108.
Yeah.
We're at 108.
So, do you have anything you want to say to anybody, or shut out, or do you want
You
to
want to plug your shit?
plug your shit? Anything you're doing right now? What's up?
Oh, I'm sorry. You just saw me, like, playing with my rubber bands. Bombero is out. There's a music video on YouTube.
That was hella fucking sick. Evan Mason White recorded that.
Yeah.
He was in my film class, and he made an awesome short film as well.
Dude, that man is fucking
He's
talented.
talented as fuck.
Dude, I was so happy when he hit me up. Like, he was like, hey, do you want to film a music video? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Dude, like,
That dude's hella cool.
Yeah. Because that's another thing, like, a lot of the kids from, like, Santa Rosa High, they, like, a lot of them are, like, do creative stuff, because it's, like, there's, like, the art quest program there. Like, so, like, there's, like, the video class. Evan was in that. I know people from video class. Some of them, like, stick with it. Some of them, like, move on. And I know people from there. I'd like to work with a lot more of them, but they get hella busy, like, as we all do. And, like, but yeah, and there's, like, just a lot of creatives there. Like, a lot of the posters are made from art quest kids, like, in VFA. It's, like, visual fine arts. And they do, like, crazy, awesome poster designs and stuff. But yeah, no, Evan Mason White's hella cool, and like, yeah, he also filmed James's music video, same shit, or Forehead's music video. Sorry. But yeah, same shit, and that was really cool. I'm like in it a lot, and like, it wasn't originally gonna be that way. Like, James like hit me up when they were filming. It's like, hey, we need a bike for the music video. We're in Santa Rosa. Can we borrow your bike? And I'm like, only if I can be in the music video. And then, like, every time he was rapping, I'd like get in like in front, and so I'm like, yeah, I have attention problems. But yeah, no, yeah, check that one out too. Same shit by Forehead. I'm not on it. I mean, I'm like in the video, but I'm not on the song. Great song.
Yeah.
Forehead just dropped a song too, called Estupido, and that one's hella cool.
That one's hella
is sick.
fire.
Yeah, it's like super like merengue, like Latin type stuff, and then like with like some trap influence, and like it's just like bars. Shit.
Bars, straight fucking bars.
Fire.
Fire.
Yeah, I should talk in that song too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you.
Check them out, guys.
Instagram's also there.
Oh yeah, Kurupi band. People can never know how to spell Kurupi, so I'll say it right now. Kurupi. There's no A anywhere in that. And
People put A's?
yeah.
Ow.
There's-
K.A.? Do they do K.A.?
They do, yeah. They go Kurupi, yeah.
Oh.
That happened when we played at the Phoenix the first time, and they put Kurupi on it.
Oh,
No.
fuck.
And I saw Tom, and he was like, and I was like, Tom, like, that's not how you spell it. And then he's like, oh, jeez. And he like sets up the ladder, and he's like, you know, every time I get on this ladder, I'm this much closer to dying.
Push him off.
It was like, No. Tom's hella cool. Like he was joking.
This is the
Like, I know
last
he was
time
being
you
funny.
get it wrong.
By the way, you can cut this part out. What I'm about to say. I keep checking my phone. Not like I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just
No,
trying to
no,
keep my
no,
mom
no,
back.
it's
It's
cool.
me.
You good? You
I'm
good.
not trying to get in trouble.
Yeah, you're
but that's
good.
it. Yeah. I'd like to continue talking, but if we need to cut it, it's okay.
It's all good.
You're welcome to come back, like for
Dude,
sure.
I'm down to have you
sure.
come
I'll
back.
open
Dude,
arms.
and I'm just down to hang out. Like you guys are trying to play
No, I'm
Smash Bros.
trying
Hell
to.
yeah,
Hell
yeah.
I
Fuck
can like
yeah.
win for once. But yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It was
Damn, what
great
else
to
can I
have you. And
I got one last thing. Shout out to Michaela from 2 podcasts ago for letting us use that video.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Haven't
Oh,
shouted
shit.
out then, but here it is. Sorry about the late shout out.
Hey, who fucking cares? Anyways, thanks for listening.
I'm sorry, Michaela.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
The Reaver 16. Shh. Go ask your friends. You just don't win a job, so shut up and help out. Not an excessive get caught.